The container must have a crack at the bottom with all the liquid I put in there. It drained out. Oh my gosh. I left that gate open last night. I don't know if anybody got out or not. I hope not. Their cattle were up by the barn just now. I didn't count them all. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll find out pretty soon if they're all where they're supposed to be. Gate's open too, so we could have came in here last night or this morning. Oh boy, I hope they're all accounted for. I think they're all there. Hey, there's my cat too. Oh, the cat just saw me, just run. It's coming back. It's running. Hey, kitty. She saw me. I've never seen my cat run like that before. I don't know if she's coming here or going to eat the food. The other cow is over on the other side of the house. Yeah. So nobody got out, thankfully. Yeah. There's two cows over there under the shade tree, and the red bull's just on this side of the shade, and the white bull's here. So they're all here. Oh boy, that was a bad mistake. Could have ended badly. These guys could have been roaming around. Luckily they didn't. Luckily they didn't get out. I'm going to close this gate now because I'm going to drive down to the hayfield just to see what's going on down there. If anything, there's always a chance that they'll cut hay. The window is kind of small, but it's supposed to be good weather now until Sunday. Sunday there's a higher chance for rain. But let's see, Wednesday. I thought they'd cut yesterday if they were going to cut, but they didn't. They could have cut this morning. Weather's good, but I said they'd have today, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday would have to bale, so that'll give about 3 days of drying. We'll see, three and a half maybe, if they cut right now. Now let me close this gate so I can go somewhere with the truck. Can't believe I left that gate open. I remember how it happened though. I had closed the gate earlier, and then early in the evening, and then because I went to check the hayfield maybe around 5:30 or so, maybe 6. But then I came back out to catch the sunset around 8, and I thought I heard some machine way to the east of me. I thought maybe they're cutting the hayfield. That's just my thought. So even after the sun went down, I drove to the hayfield just to take a look, and it wasn't cut. Like I said, and then when I came back, I just parked the truck and I forgot about that gate. I totally forgot about that gate after I came back. Anyway, luckily nobody got out. I'm headed to the hayfield now, just to see. It's gonna be a daily thing now, unless it's raining. Neighbor going to cut hay. That's the neighbor who lives over here, raises cattle and raises alfalfa. I guess he's got some hay somewhere he wants to cut. So if he's going to cut hay, maybe the guys I hire Maybe they'll cut hay too. Maybe. There's a chance because 4 days of good weather, hay weather, they might be able to squeeze my grass in because grass dries faster, especially faster than my brother's clover. Can't tell from here. I can't tell from here. I don't think they cut. I don't think they cut. Just by looking at the color of the hayfield, it didn't look like they cut. No, didn't cut. Oh well. I said this week would be the only week right now where they would have 4 days of sunshine. But they didn't. I don't think they did. No, they didn't. No. Nobody cut. Oh well. Like I said, if they don't cut today, they won't have time after today. Because I said today's Wednesday. They got good weather until Saturday. Well, Saturday would be the last day they could actually bale. I said I'd come down just to check. I asked them to notify me when they're going to cut, but you know, sometimes they might forget, so I just wanted to make sure. Just to find out for myself. They could still cut today, sometime. So I'll come back this afternoon, late in the evening, to find out. This neighbor's out here. He's getting ready to plant this area here. Probably gonna plant beans. Yeah, those white blossom plants there in that branch, they sure do look like elderberries. I wonder if they harvest those. If they don't, I'm going to ask them if I can have them when they become ripe. If they don't want them, I'll take them. There's a few along here, but not very many. There's some over there by the bridge, and there's some on the way down to the big pasture. There's a few here and there. Some of them are hard to get to because of the weeds and where they're growing. Like those there, those are hard to. Those right there are hard to reach. I guess they're on it. Yeah, but they're. Yeah. I don't like crawling through a lot of weeds to get to them. Well, I guess I don't need to go to the big pasture today. I don't have enough work out there, and the fences were working yesterday. I think I went there yesterday. Did I? Yeah, I did. Ooh, right off the road. I'm just going to drive to the barn. Get ready to shovel some more manure. Or actually fork it. Fork it, and then I clean it up, clean the concrete up with the shovel. Let's close this gate behind me this time. At the driveway. And open this gate too. Close the gate on the driveway and open this one. I can see the rings in the pond, the waves. There's somebody in the water. I think the Red Bull's in the water with the younger cows up here. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Here's the young bull right here. There must be a cow in the water. So they're all here. 1, 2, 3 Highlanders. I'm going to park in the shade again today. I gotta do something first. I'm gonna open that gate where those water troughs are, water tubs. Yeah, I'm gonna open that gate. It don't need to be closed anymore. Well, the gate's open, but I'm going to pull up a little bit. I'm going to dump the water out. Come on, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. That's it. I'm going to dump these water tubs out. He's waiting for corn. If he goes in the barn, I'll probably feed him. But he's got to go in around the way he's supposed to. Because I'm going to keep this gate closed. Well, I'm going to dump them out. Since there's nobody drinking them, I've got to dump them out because they're just mosquitoes will just multiply in there. Stagnant water and all that. There's 2 cows in the water down there. And another cow here, and the Red Bull and the White Bull. All accounted for. I was lucky they didn't get out last night. Well, I cleaned that off a little bit since I'm going to dump the water out. I just threw the manure down that way. Save these tubs in the barn in case I need to pen something up again. I'm not sure what's floating in there, but I know the mosquitoes are going to be breeding in here, so I'm going to dump the water. What are you hugging my truck for? I lost the tool. What do I do with it? If you go in the barn, I'll give you some corn. But not out. I'm not going. You're not going through that door again. Not unless the other one's blocked. Let's see what this cat does. That's that calico colored cat. That's going to go down the hill. Bye, cat. I don't really want to get my feet wet. I don't have my boots on yet. So, I'm going to use my little hook tool to tip them over. Could go on the inside. Yeah, I'll go on the inside and push them over. Maybe that's better. Yeah. Everything's back to almost normal except for the piled up manure. Yeah. And this area here that I cleaned out from in there and threw on this really wet manure underneath here, it's real spongy. It's real wet underneath this manure, but the stuff on top was drier because it was from in there. It was like walking on a mattress. Spongy mattress. Okay, I'm going to flip them. Push them over. Well, those two, that one was almost empty. That one was a little bit more. These two are around half full. That one was kind of hard to push over. I just used my foot. But I'm going to have to use my hands there because the ground's still mushy right here on the edge, so I got to be careful. Let's push them over now. I made a river. It's all flowing down that way. Well, they came to check it out. I'll just leave them there for now and let them dry out. Cattle are probably going to roll them down the hill, but the fence should stop them. Hey. Yeah, you're going to nose them. Okay, let's go get some boots on and start working on this manure again. It's still wet. This here dried out a little bit. You can see all the water draining off of it, off of all that. It's all draining now. Yeah. Since yesterday. But I'm gonna move all. I got this one here to move. I'm gonna throw it over there. I thought about getting a wheelbarrow, but I don't want to mess up the wheelbarrow. Besides, it's just too hard with the wheelbarrow. The stuff's heavy. I'd rather just pitch it. Then I got one, two, three small piles areas that I got to throw over here on this pile, and then about halfway, about there over to there, I'm going to move all that into that pile. And then I'm going to straighten up this pile over there because that's the old stuff. I might take some more of this on the edge here too, right here on this edge. I might take that over there too. Anyway, I'm going to move it. I'm going to be shoveling manure again today. Right now I'm in the shade, but I'll walk wherever the shade is. As the afternoon progresses, this shade will move that way. Yeah. But I can work over there in that shade, or I can work in this shade. Yeah. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay. It's just cool under the shade with a little breeze blowing. Feels good. She's not standing. I don't know if she's the one in heat or if he's the one in heat. But I'll be watching. When she stands for him, that means she's in heat. She might be in heat. If she's in heat, boy, that means you're not doing your job, because she's come in the heat a few times since I locked up the other bull. Yeah. Because he was in there for about 3 months in the barn. He couldn't do the job. I'm hoping you can. I'm hoping you can get these girls bred. Oopsie. And next year, you'll get a chance too. Yeah, you just stay by her side. How you doing, Red? I'm glad you didn't get out, boy. You could have gone through that gate any time last night and this morning and go out the driveway, but I guess there was not, they figured there was nothing in there that they wanted to eat that good. Lucky for me, they didn't get out. I would have had to chase them all through the, if they would have got out, they would have been in that bean field for sure. For sure. Yeah. Because they like soybeans. Okay, I gotta put some boots on so I can get to work. Grass looks a little stressed. Got a 3/8 rain on it the other day. I also need to trim off the asparagus. Yeah, I got 2 leaners over there, couple, 3 or 4 over there. I gotta trim them off before they start leaning. Yeah, I'll have to water that. I'll water it this evening after there's shade here, so the water can soak in. Did you get enough to eat, guys? Huh? Get enough to eat? You're getting used to me a little bit. You don't run away so much like you used to. Yeah. Are you accepting me as part of your pride? Huh? And you too. That one was really afraid of me, but I walked past it this morning. It just laid there. That's good. Well, it's warming up. Yeah, it's a slow day. I had to get myself started. Oh, it's already 2 p.m. I haven't done nothing yet. Just can't get nothing going here. The shade's starting to creep across the garden. I'm gonna get some shoveling done. I feel like this cow. Just don't want to get moving. Well, at least there's more shade here now, so that's good. I don't know, I wasn't really planning on that, but it's just the way it worked out. Because I couldn't get myself to get out of the computer chair. Anyway, I got something to work on now. Pile first, and I'll throw it onto that pile, make it bigger, and then I'll throw these 2 piles on, and that pile on, or that area. And then by the time I get done with that, maybe that'll be in the shade. If not, I can do it tomorrow. I'm in no hurry. Where's everybody going? Huh? See that? They'll follow my path now. Oh, they think I was going to feed them corn in there. Anyway, I'm going to get the part that's in the shade right now. I'll see if I have the energy. I'll do some more once that gets into the shade. Even if I come back later this afternoon. By the time I get done with this area, it'll be later this afternoon. You coming through too? Of course you are. I think you're going to get something. Yeah, but I didn't feed you. I didn't give him any corn. But I guess he wants to eat some hay. What about you two? You coming through too, or are you gonna wait till I start working? No? Okay, I'm gonna start without you. There she goes. She looks big. Either she's just a fat heifer, or she's pregnant. She's never had a baby before, so I'm just skeptical about her being pregnant. Yeah, she's an old heifer. Where'd Bully go? Oh, he's behind the tree. I guess he's not coming through. I think he's gonna go down into the water. Yeah. He likes to hang out by himself a lot. He'll probably wind up underneath that tree. He's going down into the water now. Okay, I gotta get something done. I got that little strip onto that pile over there. Now I think I know why I'm a little slow today, because my muscles are sore from yesterday, from all this forking manure and shoveling manure yesterday. Mostly forking. Yeah, I forked the manure mostly, but I used the shovel to scrape the leftover stuff. Yeah. Yeah. My muscles are a little tight today. I gotta get loosened up. Now I got these 3 areas to clean up. Get these 2 done first, and then that's a long way to throw that over to there. So put it in on this pile. I forked everything from here, and I just threw it up here, kept and moving it up. Then I was able to fork it over easier. So these 2 are okay. They're close to the pile. But that one, I'm gonna have to make 2 forkings. Fork one there, and then move this whole pile over into here after these 2 are gone, and then I can move it again onto that big pile, because I need to throw it farther back. That's extra work, but we're still working on that hay bale. Oh well, at least it's not being wasted. Okay, let me start working on that area now. Those 2 piles are over there, and that pile. I can't throw this one all the way across there, so I gotta throw it there, so then I can throw it over there. I gotta move it twice. Just trying to catch my breath. Okay, that's clean. I just gotta throw that onto there now. And then I'll have, see where that hump is there with the grass growing on it? That's the old composted manure from last year. I was going to pick that up, but I never got around to it. I was going to haul it out of here, but had it all piled up, but the cattle knocked it all down. So this stuff here is the new manure, and it's got some hay in it too, because the bull that was in here before, he rolled one bale, because I had it over here somewhere, and he rolled it out here over the top of that old manure and over to that corner there. So I'm gonna have to get some of this, at least this part here out, and from about there out, from there out, and this area right here, all moved over into that pile. But that'll be next, after this one. First I gotta get this moved. Yeah, right here. Move that out, or move that up. Make a big pile. Well, that pile's done. At least I'm working in the shade. I guess I'll start on this end, right through here. I can throw most of this about halfway up onto there. Let's see if it'll work. I got half that area piled up over there. I dug around these posts so when I get ready I'm going to pull them over, but there's a lot of stuff there yet, so this is good soil here, so I'm going to throw that onto that pile that I'm going to haul out first. I found something while I was doing this, but I don't know if it's still there over there. I'll go look. This is really soupy manure, but there's still life in it. What's that noise? Huh! You got out of the pond. Oh, where was I? Oh, something I found in that soup. I'll do that one next. I'm going to have to take this one and throw it over here like I did over here. But first I got to look at something. If it's still there. Is he still there? Where'd he go? Oh, he's gone. There was a frog here. Came out of this soup. Oh, there he is. There he is. It's hard to see, but he's still got a tail. He's still got his tadpole tail. There, right there, right there. Yeah, see? Look at that. Yeah, that's a frog. He's got a tadpole tail in the soup. So he's been living in here. I can't get too much closer. There he is. How about that? He's still trying to ride her. She don't want it. At least not today anyway. Maybe tomorrow she'll be ready if she's really in heat. Okay, back to what I was doing. What you going in here for, huh? Just passing through, huh? Well, you can't stand there. I gotta work there. Well, you leave a pitchfork somewhere and they got a rub on it. He's gonna knock it down. It ain't a scratching post, boy. You don't like when I grab your horn, do you? Okay. Don't go crazy on me. Yeah, you guys are going to leave. Oh, he thought he was going to get some corn too. Anyway, where was I? I got to throw that pile closer to that one. I think I put it over there. Over that way. Closer. Because I got an empty spot in the middle there. Of course, I got all this stuff to throw in there too, so I got to leave room. But that's I can't hardly put anything more on there. I'll put it on that side. Yeah, I'm going to take about this much over. Yeah, I'll work on the pile that I'm going to haul out first, some other time, maybe tomorrow. I just want to get this done, some of this done. I may not do it all because I don't want to work in the sun, so I might wait till tomorrow or wait till a little later. And that's all in shade. Look at, there he comes. He wanted to get something to eat. That hay's pretty thick in there. They're walking on that bale while they're eating. Anyway, let's do some more forking. Still got to move that pile. I just move this area, this manure from here to there, and now I can move it from there to there. My arms are tired. I didn't take all that because I want to throw that over to there. I'm going to clean this fence line up too. Clean all that out and throw it over here first. Since I'm mostly in the shade there, I'm still in the sun over there, so. But I'm in the shade here, so I can work on this one. Move this pile up. Okay, that pile's over there. Piles get pretty big, and since they're heaped up like that, they're all wet. They'll generate some heat. I probably won't do that. Well, I guess I'll have to move these out if I want to feed hay in this barn next year or next winter. Yeah. I'll have to move them out. I did it a couple years ago. I put them in the garden, except that what was left over here. I could put some more in the garden. Oh, that's right. I'm going to take some of these loads over to the pear orchard and spread it around. Yeah. Maybe I get my brother to help me. He's got a manure spreader. All he has to do is back it up into next to the pears and just run his manure spreader. If he can run it without it moving. I'm not sure if he's got it wheel driven or hydraulic. Yeah. I'm sure it's hydraulic. It's a newer one. The old ones were wheel driven. Anyway, I guess he can come in here and scoop these up, put them in his manure spreader, and then all he has to do is run it and dump it inside the next to the pears, not on the pears, but near the pears, and then I can just use a shovel and wheelbarrow or a fork, and when the stuff is rotten enough, to spread it around the pears. Yeah. That one's going in the garden. That old stuff, that's going to go in the garden, my garden. Anyway, enough about that. It's going to be a while before that's ready to haul out anyway. It'll sit here all summer. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to dig that yet. What I want to do is dig along this fence line and get that manure away, put it over here, get it away from the fence, so I want to pull this fence over if I can. Straighten up these posts a little bit. Oh, there they are. They went down there to eat. The other one's over there. Oh, skies are blue. Or skies. Skies? Why do they call it skies? It's only one sky. Sky is blue. And they say sunny skies. Okay. Oh, that pond looks kind of yucky. Must be a lot of, what do they call it? Moss? There's another name. Algae. Must be a lot of algae growing in there. I can't even see the white ball on my camera. Everything in the sunlight, everything's light green. Weird. I'm gonna get back up there, see what I can do. Just see, looking for an excuse to take a break. Yeah, I'm gonna clean all this. I'll move that so maybe tomorrow. I'm getting tired. That wet stuff is heavy. Okay. This here is all good stuff against the fence. I'm just gonna throw it over, like in this area where those mounds are. Let's do some more digging. Okay, I dug along the fence as much as I could. Dug out where the posts are so I could pull it this way. Looks like my neighbor is planting something, probably soybeans this time of year. Too late for corn, I think. That's what I think. Oh, I think I'm done digging for today. I didn't get it all dug out over there because I don't think I need to. I think once I get these pulled back, I'm going to get some string. I don't have any rope long enough. I'm going to tie a bunch of string together. I'm going to tie some of these posts. I might try a board too. I'll try a few posts first. Tie some posts. The fence should help pull the other ones in. I'll tie it to the top of a post like every other one. So I can bring this. Let me change my camera. I'm going to tie this post to this post first. And then I tie that one to that post up there, I think. And then I skip a couple and tie that post up there to there up high if I can, so I can walk underneath it. And the cattle can walk underneath it too. Let me gather some string. There he goes with his planter. It's all folded up. It's a long one too. You can see it in the shadow of the pond reflection. Look at that long thing. That's twice. No, that's folded in half. Wow. Well, I got it tied with string for now. I still need to hammer them in a little deeper. I got room at the bottom to go deeper. I got that post tied real good to that post there, and to this gate. Of course, if I ever want to untie this gate or swing this gate around, I'll have to untie that one of them. But the other one I got tied to that fence. Okay, and the post. Anyway, I got them tied. It's a little straighter. Not leaning in. I couldn't do those two over there, but I got an idea how I can push them that way. Well, that's a harder to push because the actual panel is bent and it's got a gate tied to it. But if I can push them from the other side and put a board between them and tie them board up there, and then get another board, brace it against that tree, yeah, that'll push them out. But those aren't as important. But I still want to straighten those up too. But I'm gonna leave these strings tied here. How many I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 strings. I skipped the post because it's a little short there, and I didn't turn the fence off, so I didn't want to get shocked. Even though I'm dealing with plastic string. Anyway, that's tied there. I got 2 tied to this post, and I guess, how many did I say I had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I got 2 here, I got 3 there. I can barely walk under it there, but here, no problem. See? Oh, I hooked my hat. Right here, no problem. Okay, right here. No problem here. That's what. I hear a lot of tractors out. farming today. Yeah, I'll tie a board to the top of those two posts. Yeah, 2x4. And then I'll get another 2x4 as a brace from that tree to this board. Yeah. But not today. The same tractor and planter, I think, is over there now. They're in that field there at the bottom. Yeah, he's planting that. Well, that's all I'm going to do today. Even though there's shade, I just have to pile that, put that onto that pile, but I'll do that tomorrow. I just don't feel like doing it today. I'm tired. Yeah, that's straight. That fence looks a little straighter, but I can't just leave those strings tight. I gotta either that, or I could brace it from the back side with something. I'm not sure what I could use to brace it to. Here I can brace it to this tree. See, I have to figure out a way to push them forward. I tried, they're pretty stuck. I think it's because of that fence. Fence got a tree fell on that fence. That's what's left of it. I cut it up. Yeah. Fell across there, and then I think it even bent a gate. Bent a gate. Anyway, yeah, it's all bent up there. That's why I can't push them. I can hardly push them. But if I can get me a board in there, I'll find a way to, I'll figure out a way to push them forward, even with that bend in the fence. I'll figure out, and then I can brace it to that tree. Yeah. One way or another, I'll push them in, but not today. Enough today. After I get that pile up over there, I can hook up my trailer, small trailer, and come in here and load that up and put it in my garden. There's some of the new stuff in there, but I don't think it's. I'm gonna dump it on the side anyway, so it'll rot all summer. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Those I'm going to leave all summer. I'm not going to haul them out until fall. Hopefully they'll be dried up by then, and more rotten and less heavy. Look at all the bugs. I always wonder why the swallows don't make nests in here. There's plenty of bugs for them, but I've never seen the swallows in here. They sure do occupy my carport. Maybe they like people. They like hanging around people. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the house. I don't even know what time it is. That's a lot of manure. But the summer heat will break it down. Look at these bugs. I think they're all from this manure. Got it all stirred up. Anyway, those can just sit there. I'll pile this pile here onto this pile. And that pile there, I'm going to haul out with my trailer first. This one's going to my garden though. My garden. Yeah. It's mostly old manure. Okay. It's a lot better now when it's cleaned up like this. Yeah, I can walk under these strings. I may have to duck a little bit, but mostly I can go under it. Cattle are down in the bottom somewhere, I think. Okay, that's better. I gotta find a better way of keeping that fence straight. I can't just leave those strings up there. For one thing, they'll rot over time. Of course, it is plastic, but it still break down. And if If the cows fight and they push against it, they'll probably break it anyway. I thought about putting wire up there, but that's too much to mess with when I'm done with it. Yeah. I think the best thing was to get some kind of brace. Yeah. Get some kind of a tree limb with a V on it, big enough to stab it into the ground and then brace it here with the V and the V notch. Yeah. How many do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The two on the end would be braced with that tree there. So I need at least five of those limbs. I probably can find them out in a big pasture. Yeah, I don't want to mess in there. Okay, I better head back to the house. I'm getting all bug eaten here. Well, at least I'm getting it cleaned up a little bit. At least it's easier to walk through there now. Well, they said it was 5 p.m. Sun's still pretty high though. I think I'll drive over to the hayfield, see if anything happened there today. Yeah, the sun's bright. Good hay weather, but I don't know if we're going to have enough days like this to make hay. Especially if they didn't cut it today. I don't think there would be enough time to have it dried and baled. Only Saturday is the last good day. After that, it starts raining again. Yeah, let's take a trip to the hayfield. I don't think they cut anything, but you never know. Guess I'll close this gate while I'm gone. Just in case the cattle come back up here. But I gotta open this gate too. I don't want to park on a hill. Oop, I didn't go too far. Okay, let's head to the hayfield. Oh, this is a nice breeze. Sun's warm though. I'm sure it's in the 80s. This is what I thought. They didn't cut. I really didn't expect them to. With the short window for making hay. I'm sure they're making hay somewhere though. But I guess they got bigger customers that is more worth their time, because this is only 20 acres and it's only grass, so they're going to put me later on the list. But they'll get to it sooner or later, eventually. Let me go turn around. I'll turn around up here. Yeah, as soon as I cut it, I want to use the truck. I'm going to haul that disc back to the house so I can use it with the tractor at the big pasture on top. Disc up those weeds. I'm going to cut the switchgrass here too by hand. I'm going to dry it and give it to the cattle, see if they eat it. I know they do. Since I'm here, I guess I'll do a drive-by. Yeah. Okay. Do a little drive-by and then I'll head home. Yeah. I should check those. Well, I'll bring a pumped up air compressor when I get ready to haul that disc back with the truck. Yeah, this grass looks okay. It's going to seed right now, which is okay. It'll reseed maybe if the fescue is thicker, the buckhorn won't grow after it's cut. After this grass is cut, that stuff just sticks on. I think it looked worse last summer, because it got real dry after July. During July, and then the grass stopped growing, and the only thing that you could see out there was the buckhorn, and then it went to seed. The buckhorn went to seed, and then the buckhorn stems, seed stalk, turned dark. Utility pole. Okay. Alright. Let's go home. Okay, headed home. I'm back. I don't see the cattle out here anywhere. I guess I don't need to go down to the big pasture. Cattle. Well, those two cows are going to have calves soon, so I guess I better check on them. Yeah, I better check on them. That's what a good cattleman would do. Check his pregnant cows. Looks like some of the cattle are up by the gate. Shade's creeping in over here. Yeah, there's a couple over there by the gate. One just went through I don't know who they are though, which ones they are. I guess I'll have to, looks like they just went up to pasture road too a little bit. I'll drive in there. Take a look at the two pregnant ones. At least those two. And make sure everybody's okay. I think I'll do that. I think I'll leave the gate open. As I'm going to keep my eye on the cattle while I'm up there. Yeah, I need to spray this fence again. At least I sprayed this part here. I didn't go all the way down on the south side. I need to spray all the fences one of these days. And I got some more weeds here to spray, iron weeds to spray too. Who we got here? You guys are on the wrong side. Got a fight going on. I'm going to open that gate up. Why are they fighting? They're the only ones in here. But if I open this gate, they'll probably go through it. There's a white cow, and there's a few other cows up there. There's the one I want to look at right there. The white cow. Is she making an udder? She's got one. I don't know if she's making it. Like I said, she had a calf last year. She's got the calf. But I can see she's got a bigger belly than before. So her belly is getting bigger, so she must have a calf. But I don't think it's going to be born anytime soon. Got the gate open. There's a little bull. No, that's a heifer. The bull's... Where is he? I thought I saw him. That's the heifer. I thought I saw the bull. I think he's behind my truck. There. No? That's the bull. That's the young bull right there. I can't see because I'm looking on an angle. Yeah, that's the bull from this year. That's the white cow's calf from last year. That's what I was looking at. I'm just looking at it in the corner out of my eye because I can't see it very good. Let's go look at the cow that I came out here to see. Uh-oh. There's a horsefly in here. Or is it outside? It's that time of year, June. There's a cow. She had her first calf this year, February 14th. I think she had... What did she have? I forgot. Oh, she had the heifer. Mama cow had the bull calf. Come up here and look at this again. I guess I don't have to worry about this too much. The water that was in there well, maybe not yesterday, a few days ago, right after that rain, 3/8 of rain, there was a little bit of water. You can see the water stain at the bottom. It dried up, so I guess I don't have to worry about it. Eventually it'll dry up. Go check the cattle now. That's why I come up here. Am I going to run into something? Gotta be careful. Well, at least the calves didn't have to go around. I let the gate open for them. The bull, Mama cow's bull, is the calf farther up the hill, next to that white cow. White cow's calf is this heifer in the middle down here at the bottom, and the no, that's not right. The white cow's heifer calf from last year, the yearling, is the farthest one to the right. The one that's at the bottom down here toward me, the heifer calf, that's the calf of that brown cow that was up here on top of the hill. Right up here. That's her. That's her calf. Yeah, that's her calf right there running. She probably wants to catch up to her. And these two, it's good that these two are together. They can keep each other company. A bull calf is a month older than the heifer calf. Okay, the cow that I'm looking for is right there. Oh, get out of the way. Mama cow's on the left. There, right there. Right in front of this brown cow. Next to the bull. Yeah, she's making an udder and she's got a belly. Is her udder's okay? Looks okay to me. Her udder looks swelled. Yeah, I think she's going to have a calf really soon. Her back end is swelled up too. Look at those Slimson weeds. As soon as they cut that hay, I'm going to pull that disc out of that hay field. And disc up all these Jimson weeds. Okay, that's I guess that's her calf, the one standing next to her, the darker cow, the one that's pregnant. That's her calf from last year, April 25. Yeah, I think she's going to be having calf anytime now. That's what I'm thinking. Her udder swelled up pretty good, and I don't think this her heifer calf is. I think she's already weaned. The mama cow, the cow must have weaned her, because I've never seen her nurse for a while, since last fall. This red cow here that just passed me by, she lost her calf in April. Not April. End of February. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it didn't survive. I found it about 2 weeks after she had it, and it was nothing but skin and bone because of vultures. So, but there were signs that she had a calf before that, but I didn't associate it with her having a calf. That's my fault. Yeah, that brown cow, call it brown cow. The darker cow next to the bull on the right. She's going to be the next one to have a calf, and then the white one. Where's the white one? Oh, she must be behind. She's behind me. Well, I guess I've seen enough. Let's go. Let's go back to the house. Man, these Jimson weeds are thick. Ain't so bad over here. There's the brown cow. Let's call her brown cow. White cow. There's the white cow. She's pregnant too, but I don't think she's as far along as the other cow. Oh yeah. You think I'm chasing you? I guess I am. Well, I can smell the Jimson weeds after I ran them over. They stink. Okay. They don't eat the Jimson weeds, but I guess they don't mind walking through them. They're eating something in there. I guess when I disc it up, there won't be much to eat here. Okay. Oh well. I gotta go. Back to the house. Yeah, I gotta fence that. Put a fence up along there, on this side of those, on the right side of these bales, so they can eat the weeds in that empty area inside the thing, just like I did over here. I think I'll just leave that fence up. And when my brother puts the bales in there, hopefully he won't push the bales up against it. Everything's looking pretty good out here. I still got a little concrete to pour on the other side of that ramp for the trailer wheels, but I'll get around to that someday. I'm more concerned about the manure in the barn. Get that cleaned up, and the spraying the fence. I gotta get some fence spraying done. I gotta get that caught up, and we gotta get some hay baled and moved up here too. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta disc up those Jimson weeds too. So I gotta finish cleaning up the barn, put the manure in the barn. At least clean up what I can clean up. And then I gotta get some weed spraying caught up along the fences, pasture by the house, and the pasture and the fences out here too. And then we also got to get some hay made, but I don't have any control of that. I just put my order in and wait for the weather. I never did clean up the wood around this rose bush. There's an old wooden box in there for I used to feed hay, and I tore out some culverts that were concrete culverts that were inside of it and outside of it. So I got to clean up all the wood that's around there. I'll probably wait until the cattle clean up the grass around it. Yeah. After the hay's baled, we're ready to move bales, all bales up here. That's the culverts. Those are the culverts. That was my first culvert in the bridge, creek crossing here behind me. But it failed. The way I built it, it failed. So I dig the one I got now, which is better, costs more, but at least it's held up over time. Yeah, they've been fenced out of here since May 1st. It's really June 3rd. Going back pretty good. Probably going to go to seed before they get back in here. Yeah. And then I saved it. I lock them out, so I want this to grow up big. So when we haul bales through this road that I'm driving on, I can lock them in here, and then I can leave all the gates open up to the pasture road, and at the hay storage area we can leave the gates open so we can haul the bales up and store them in that area without having the cows in our way. And we don't have to get off and open gates. That's why I keep this. I let this grow up big for that reason. If I didn't, I'd have to give them bales, and I don't want to give them bales this time of year. Anyway, looks good. Wish I could do this with the rest of the pasture, but I got to keep them somewhere. Of course, after I let them back in here, the other pasture will grow up too, because while they're eating this, the other pasture can get a little rest. So it can grow, because they'll spend a lot of time in here eating. Well, wouldn't hurt to mow this again too, but that's not a high on my priority. Since there's no cattle in here, it's not. Before I put the cattle in here, I'll probably spray. I'll probably cut the grass again here, and I'll probably spray for weeds under the fence too. I don't know which one will go first. Probably spray before I mow grass. I'll mow grass is the last thing I do before I let them back in here. Can't do nothing until we get the hay cut and baled. That's what I'm waiting on. Making some hay. Oh, cattle are back up by the barn. Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw them by the barn. They're not. They're not by the barn. I saw the baler. Let's close this gate for sure today. I'm not making another trip to the hayfield, even if they cut it, because if they cut it now, I don't know how they're going to get it baled before the rain comes. I think they're concentrating on the bigger fields that they cut for people, and alfalfa, stuff like that, and good hay, which is okay, I guess. Yeah, but they'll get it cut sooner or later. They always do. I just hope it don't get rained on. My first horsefly, it was on my windshield inside, so I got him. I got him good. I don't like horseflies. Period. That and deer flies, I don't like them either. But these are bigger, and looks like they're working out now. They're working now because it's hot. Oops. It's 6:30. No, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. I got to go close that gate by the driveway. And I'll check the mail too. I'm just standing here waiting for those swallows to go in and out. A bunch of them went in. They didn't come out yet. Sun's hot. That's why the horseflies are out. I see some carpenter bees out too. Yeah, I got to work on them one of these days, but I just didn't get around to it yet. I hear the birds chirping. Well, I can't be waiting for them. There's some swallows chirping away. There's a jet too. Hey, son. I'll remember to close it this time. Hey, let's open that gate again. I should probably water the lemongrass. I'm too tired. I want to rest in the house a little bit. Maybe I'll come out around 7:30 and water them. There'll still be shade here, more shade. Because I stand over there to water them, and I'll be in the sun, so I'll wait till there's more shade, and then I'll water them. It's still bright at 6 p.m. Got a couple more hours before the sun goes down. It's hot on my back too. Whew, it's hot. Taste of summer. It's a coming. Even the cattle are hot. They're resting in the shade of that tree, walnut trees. One cow's in the water. But they're all there. At least they got something to eat. They've been eating on that hay bale in the barn though lately, since I let them back in. Yeah, I got all this fence here to spray all the way around the perimeter. Back that way, all the way up there. I sprayed, this is the only fence I sprayed from that gate down there up here. Because I was, at the same time I sprayed the garden before I planted the lemongrass. And then I also sprayed the ditch from there all the way down. And a few weeds in that area. It looks like I see some more weeds growing. I must have missed some. Anyway, it wouldn't hurt to walk through there and spray all the weeds that the cattle don't eat. Well, not all of the ones I don't eat, just the ones I don't like. Jimson weeds and ironweeds are the ones and thistle. Yeah, there's a thistle there I gotta spray before it starts blooming on me. Okay. Alright, I gotta go in the house. Rest my bones. Sun peeking through the trees, leaves. Yeah, I'll come back later. 7:30. This will be in full shade by then, and then I can water the lemongrass again. That's only 80 degrees. I thought it was hotter than that. Oh well. It's about 7:50 p.m. I almost forgot about watering the lemongrass. Got comfortable in my computer chair. Yeah, the sun's getting low anyway. Okay, let's turn the water on now. Water the lemongrass before sun goes down, or while the sun goes down. Well, sun's getting low, so I better get this watering done. There's 3 of the kittens. Mama cat was around here. I don't know where she went. There should be 4 kittens. Anyway, I got work to do. Is I heard she got 3 kittens. There's a 4th one around there somewhere. Anyway, I put that leaky part of the hose right over a lemongrass so it gets extra water. I got the water turned on, so I know I got to take this hose and pick it up and water something. Needs more pressure. I don't know. I think I got one over in that corner, but I'm not sure. I think there is. Maybe that's the one that broke off, or maybe. I think there's one in that corner. Let me adjust the string. That's a little better. Had it open too wide. Get a little water right on the root, right on the stem. Last time these were watered when it rained a couple days ago. I forget what day it was. These don't look too healthy, but there should be some new ones. That one's getting watered by itself. I don't have to worry about that one. Just enough so they survive. They should have some new shoots coming out soon. Once the roots adjust to the new conditions out here. They've been in the house all winter since September. September to end of May, I think. May 25, I think I planted them. That one don't look too good. Look, it got smashed by the water. They'll have some new shoots coming up soon, I hope. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I might as well water these a little bit. I don't need to, but yeah, there's still some small ones coming up. There's one down there. There. I think there's one there. It's all crooked though. Yeah, they're falling over. They're top heavy. I need to cut them off. Ah, bugs are biting me. Ah, and I got both hands occupied here. Ah, one's holding the phone, the other holding the hose. I don't really need to water these. Nothing in here. At least the grass died. That's good. Look at here. Here's my other patch. Yeah, those down there, I don't think they're going to make it, but I'll water them anyway. I didn't have one for the bottom home there, but these three here, I think are going to die. I don't think they're coming back, but they might. These here still have some green on them, so that's good. Yeah, when I bring the manure out here, I'll probably just dump it along here, at least there. I put a pile through here and a pile over here. Well, I'll probably dump it all along here. That way I can use it for whatever I plant in here, even in there when I plant something, if I plant something. And the one in the back corner, it broke off when I was planting it. I'm hoping the root will still sprout a new one. I'll keep an eye on it. Mosquitoes are biting right through my shirt and everywhere else on me. I can feel them on my hairs, on my arm. Now I'll give them a little bit more water. It's better to water them at the evening, that way the sun don't dry it up, and they can soak down to the roots. Mosquitoes. Yeah, this shoots out pretty far. Yeah, by middle of summer, these should be big bushes, big clumps of grass. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So these leaves are kind of like busted off because they got weak inside the house all in winter. What did I say? September. I think it was like the end of September, somewhere around there. Sometime around September, middle of September, I forget. Anyway, and it was May 25, so let's just say 8 months. Yeah, these plants were in the house for 8 months, from end of September to the end of May. But they survived. More than half didn't survive. Well, it depends on how much root they got with them when I plant them. Okay, that's about it. All right. Didn't water them for a couple days anyway. I can still see the sun shining on that tree up there. So it didn't end up there too. So it didn't quite go down yet. I guess I better go turn the water off. Hey kitties, where's the fourth one? Mama, where's your fourth kitten at? Must be asleep somewhere. They're all playing. Well, it's 8:08 p.m. and the sun's going down right there. I can still see it through the trees. Just a little bit. Right there where that little gap is. Right down there. Oh, just gotta turn the water off. I'm done for today. Alright. That's all for today then. Turned off.